Welcome back, everyone. In today's video, I want to show you how you can hit your irons better and how the advice to hit down is not necessarily correct. I think you've all seen the TrackMan charts, and we know that if the ball lies on the ground, in order to make a good strike, we do have to hit downwards on the golf ball. On a TrackMan, that is a negative angle of attack, and it makes perfect sense because we do see the best players hit the ball first, and then after the ball they take a divot, which is a clear indication the club head is still traveling downwards as those players hit the ball. So you do have to hit down. So why am I saying that it might not be the most productive way of thinking of things? Well, quite simply because very often what the golfers try and do when they're told to hit down, they try and make their golf swing very steep. So from down the line, this starts to look like this. They make their golf swing very steep, and they try and make sure they keep their heads down looking at the golf ball. And it makes sense if you have your head down and you keep it down like this, then you'd think you've got a better chance of hitting down. Absolutely. But when you look at those swings, they are typical of the highest handicap golfers. The best players in the world do not make their swing steep like so in an effort to hit down. They do not go like this and steepen their swing in an effort to hit down, nor do they keep their heads down as they hit the golf ball in an effort to hit down. They do neither of those two things. So what do you as a golfer need to understand in order to strike the ball well while still hitting down? So one thing I would like you to observe in a really good player swing is how they keep their shoulders relatively centered and, if anything, just a little bit forwards. And by having their weight forwards like this, the shoulders forwards, that enables them to bring their low point on the ground a little bit more forwards also. And if their low point on the ground is a bit more forwards, that is the same as saying they are going to strike the ground a little bit later. They're going to be a little bit more downwards as they strike the golf ball with their attack angle number on TrackMan. So that's the first thing. They have their weight a little bit more forwards to begin with. But then very specifically, what happens to the handle of the club? If I make a backswing, the handle is moving backwards, upwards, inwards. It then moves down, out, and forwards all the way until around this point in the golf swing, P6, when the club shaft is parallel to the ground. And from this point onwards, the golfer is going to start to extend. And as the golfer starts to extend, the butt end of the club is actually going to start to raise. But as the butt end of the club starts to raise, the club head continues working downwards. And in that way, the attack angle is going to be the correct amount down, not excessive. The club path is going to be able to be controlled. It's not going to be excessively across the golf ball. So like so, right here. So the butt end of the club rises from this point onwards. It's not traveling downwards. And in reality, you're far more likely to control your hands than you are your club head. So the feel should very much be the hands are coming up and around through the shot. The feel should not be the hands are going down like so through the golf shot. The hands go up and in, not down like so. Very important distinction. So when you're playing your shots, you want to make a good strike, rely on the fact that your weight is forwards as you hit the golf ball, and that as you come through, you're going into an extension position where you are raising the belt, pointing the chest upwards to the sky, getting the hands to come upwards through the shot, like so. And as this happens, the club head is going to move downwards, so you don't need to have any concerns about that. You will send the club head down to make contact with the golf ball. From this view again, like so. It's not a case of going steeply and across like that. So just have this distinction in mind. It's the same result in terms of saying we do need to hit down. I'm just trying to clarify a little bit how you do it and just making sure that you are completely and fully aware it does not happen because you keep your head down and you try and actively make the club head descend in a steep manner. It's not that at all. It's simply the fact that you have your weight forwards enough, and as you come through, you raise your handle and go into extension. That's going to be sufficient to bring that low points forwards enough that you can hit down. Your divot shouldn't be a massive clump of grass, just a very small one, often described as a dollar bill after the golf ball. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, then please do let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my future golf tips. Happy golfing.